Howdy gang, this is Jerry. Today I'm out here going to try to do a first bash with a new truck of mine. Well, it's sort of a new truck. This is my newly built Arrma Siren, and don't let the granite 4x4 body confuse you. So what is a Siren? For those of you that have not heard about this, well, let me pop the body off here and show you. Under the skin, this is my old Typhon, but I've made some modifications to it. And this idea of this Siren, what we do is we take a Typhon 6S and we convert it to a 10 scale monster truck. That's why I had the granite body on it. It comes out the wheelbase is the same as my granite 4x4. But now I have a full 6S BLX driveline in this guy, because it is basically a Typhon. So what did I do to it? First thing, you can see a nice polished edge here. I cut the chassis down by 32 millimeters. And why 32 millimeters? It's because the front drive shaft is now a second drive shaft from the rear. The rear drive shaft, turns out, stock is 32 millimeters shorter than the Typhon front drive shaft. So you cut 32 millimeters out of the front of the chassis, and now you can use a rear drive shaft up front. Makes things pretty simple. The only other custom part is my front brace, which of course has to be 32 millimeters shorter also. I just cut that one out of a piece of aluminum plate. I think that was a 1/4 inch thick aluminum plate, and kind of just had to play with it and get it right. This brace was really the only hard part about the build. And other folks that I've seen that have built this, instead of they'll just not have a brace there, and then they'll run a tower to tower brace instead. And so 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Other than that, the other mods that you have to do to make this work is, you can see I'm running the Badlands 17 millimeter 2.8 tires, and the hubs on both the front and the back are now Creighton hubs. So this is what they call the wide mod. So it's nice and wide, and that wide mod helps the tires clear the knuckles there. And that's essentially it. This was a fairly straightforward, fairly simple conversion. I did a couple of short test runs just to make sure everything worked, but that was before I actually got the tires and did the wide mod. And so today's going to be the first run of the whole truck ready to go, and I will be running on 4S. You can see I've got my 4S brick in there. My speed controller is a Toro TS150 for anybody that's wondering. And there you can see the side. The motor is from a Racer Star, or Track Star, excuse me, not a Racer Star, Track Star, and it is a 2356 kV motor. The size on that, I think, is a 42 by 69. Again, this is the same motor and speed controller I've been running in my Typhon for about the last 2 years or so, and the same gearing, also 14 tooth pinion. So I'm gonna give it a shakedown run and see how it works out. And one last thing before I move on, this Siren build, the name of the Siren and the invention of the build, I have to give all credit here to the guy that came up with this. This was a ThomasP invention, and I'll put a link down in the description to his YouTube channel. And if you're a fan of big air RC bashing, big jumps, and extreme builds, you need to follow ThomasP. He's got a great channel. I've been following him for years. But he was the one that came up with this build, and I'm just following in his footsteps here. So thanks, Thomas, and I'll try to see if I can send some guys your way. But let's get on to doing some bashing here. This is enough chitter-chatter. Okay, let's get this guy a little bit of a run here, see how it does. almost got the back flip. There on the back already. Okay, so first thoughts after just a couple of trigger pulls is that this thing is, whoa, coming right at me. This thing's taking a beating already in a couple of these hits. Definitely has a different feel than, dang it. Okay, so try that again. So, first thoughts in driving this is that it definitely has a different feel than the Granite. It is almost as wheelie happy as the Granite is. There we go. There's a nice little back flip. Philly, come on, you. Something just went wrong. Oh, broke a wire. Desoldered a motor lead. Oh, dang, them motor leads are hot. Desoldered a motor lead. Isn't that brilliant? Motor's only a little bit warm. Well, true to form, can't ever seem to find LVC. So, motor lead just came unsoldered. Those bullets are hot. Well, so I'm gonna have to take this back to the house and get that fixed up. So after that very quick run, I guess my feeling on this guy is it's definitely a different feel than the Granite that I have. The Granite on 3S, I've been feeling like that was a fairly beastly truck, but this thing kicks it up another notch, and I'm only running it on 4S. Again, since this is the Typhon 6S platform, I could easily drop a 6S brick in there, and this driveline should handle it no problem. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with this a little more. I'm excited about it. This is a lot of. That was a lot of fun. It was a very short run, but that was a lot of fun. Kind of disappointing that something like a motor lead is sidelining me. That's a little frustrating, but overall, I'm excited about this. I think this is gonna have a good potential. I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of rear bumper. Man, check all the mud and gunk I've got packed up in there. Yowzas. So, okay, to-do list. I need to resolder the motor lead, come up with some kind of rear bumper on this, and also I need a new body. I threw that Granite body on there because it was lying around. I've got that green 66 Ford body for my Granite now, so I don't use that red one anymore. I need to come up with something special for this guy here, make him not look so stock. Anyways, so till next time, guys, I will talk to y'all later. Y'all keep having fun. Bye.